Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How y'all doing? I see in the chat room this morning, I see a lot of, here, let me fix my shirt. Sorry, I didn't get myself all gussied up and ready and pretty this morning. There, how's that? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to live with that, I think. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Howdy. It's good to see a lot of familiar names in the chat room. In the chat room, I also shared the class notes. So if you didn't see that link to the class notes before, look at it now. Go ahead and grab those class notes. If you are, oh, here's the coffee. I have my trusty coffee with me this morning. Oh, thank you, Nora. Thank you. I think I look less than perfect this morning. It's been very difficult here in Spokane. We got 8 inches of snow. And I don't know how to convert that to centimeters, but it's a lot of snow. We got 8 inches of snow over the weekend, and now it's raining, so everything is very icy. It's very difficult to walk anywhere. And because of all the snow, it's difficult to drive anywhere as well. So conditions here are hazardous, but besides that, everything else is fine. Oh yeah, it's a big coffee. I need a lot of coffee. Steve, you're saying 8 inches is around 20 centimeters? 20 to 30 centimeters. Yeah, 8 inches. It was crazy. It was crazy this weekend. So I had to do a lot of shoveling. I had to shovel a lot of snow. That's what happens when it snows a lot. It was also Super Bowl weekend, but I know you guys don't care about American football, so we don't need to talk about that. Okay, let's get to, it's a vocabulary lesson this morning, lesson, so we better get to it. Nope, honestly, this is coffee. Don't read the stickers, this is coffee. I need my coffee. Okay, let me blow up the notes, make them bigger here. Milena, you're saying that's usual for you to get 20 centimeters of snow. Here where I live, it is not usual. This is a very snowy winter for us. Oh, Akram, you do care about the Super Bowl? Well, the Patriots won again. This is their 5th time winning. And their 7th appearance in the last 16 years. So I'm tired of them winning. I'm a little tired of them winning, to be honest with you. Okay. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Hassan. Welcome. Welcome to all the new people. Welcome to all the new faces. We're going to cover vocabulary today. And you can pick these up anywhere. This is brand new vocabulary. It isn't attached to any other lesson. So we're just going to dive right in. Yes, Akram, I was disappointed. I also was rooting. I was cheering for the Falcons, and they lost when it looked like they were going to win. But they lost. Bra, thank you for the very nice poem this morning. Yes, Rosa, that's right. Lady Gaga did the halftime show. Okay. Well, a lot of people here this morning. We better get started. Okay. I shared that link. Hopefully you got that link to the class notes in the chat room that I shared with you. Maybe one more time. Maybe boom, one more time. If you're on a computer or a tablet, go ahead and access those. It might be a little more difficult if you are trying to access them on your phone. If you have any questions about the live classes, you can contact Zach at this email, if you have any more questions about the subscription classes, where you can gain access to all the Smrt curriculum, go ahead and look here on this page. And there are classes, other classes. Abby will be teaching tomorrow morning. Sean teaches Fridays. I teach Mondays, of course. And Josh teaches on Thursdays. So if you have any more questions there, go ahead and open one of those links. If you want to know more about the school where Abby, Josh, and I work, you can open this. And it's a brand new website. Go ahead and check out our brand new USA-English.com website. It's all new. It's been redone. It looks better. I think the information is a little bit easier to read. It's more organized. And there's Josh again there at the bottom. So brand new website. Check it out. On Facebook, we are Learn English on Facebook. That's who we are. So go ahead and join the group if you have not joined the group yet. If I see that correctly, we're almost at 21,000 members, which is crazy. That's crazy to me. Almost at 21,000. That's insane. We just need 40 more. And then finally, you probably know this because you are on YouTube already. But in case you haven't looked through the archives, all of our old archived classes from these Smrt Live classes, you can check that out on our YouTube channel page. So if you miss a lesson or you're looking through a lesson, you can look through there and maybe find something that you would like to watch. How can I join? Join what? I'm sorry, Rosa. It looks like Vivek. What are you looking to join again? All right, let's get started. While I wait for you to answer, let's go ahead and get started. I am, as always, Neal Hallgarth. I'll be your teacher for this lesson, for this fine Monday day. We're going to talk about the vocabulary of gaming. So these words might be associated with gaming. How to join the Facebook. If you have Facebook, if you yourself have Facebook, you can search for this group. The group is called Learn English on Facebook. So go ahead and do a search for Learn English on Facebook with Smrt, with SMRT. Go ahead and look for this, do a search for this. When you find it, click that you want to join the group, and then you wait for an invite. We look at you, make sure you're okay, and then we include you, and then you can start. Do I play games? Since we're talking about the vocabulary of gaming, I do play games. In fact, one of my previous jobs was as a software tester. I was a software tester, a video game tester. I worked for Nintendo, Electronic Arts, and Microsoft. And my job was to play video games or computer games all day. And as you might imagine, that's a pretty good job. And it's not as great as it sounds. I know it might sound kind of like a dream job. It's not as great as it sounds. However, also not a very bad job. Pretty fun. So yes, I like video games. I don't play them as much anymore. Maybe I have a little bit of time now and then for a little bit of Minecraft, but really I don't have a lot of time for video games, which makes me sad because I used to play them all the time. Used to be like my main hobby at one point, but now, no time, no time. I'm too busy doing other stuff. I hope some of you out there like video games. I hope you enjoy gaming, and maybe you can use some of these. I'm going to go ahead and use the presentation that's on Smrt. This is 11.1 vocabulary. Oh, good, Rosa, you love playing video games. Yeah, what are some of your guys' favorite video games, since we're talking about video games? Maybe Watch Dogs 2. Am I busy as in 24/7 busy? Yes, I am busy as in 24/7 busy. I have no time. I don't know where my time goes. I have no time. Actually, I spend a lot of time socializing. So I guess that's a good way to spend time, right? I have a lot of friends, and I try to spend as much time with all my different friends as I can. And it ends up taking most of my time. But I also do other stuff too. Leo, you played the first Zelda. I tested one of the Zelda games when I worked at Nintendo. FIFA, of course. I'm sure there's a lot of FIFA fans. A new Zelda game is coming out, at least here in America, next month. We'll get or maybe it comes out a little later. The new Nintendo comes out next month. Okay. Okay, here we go. First one, a huge smash or a huge hit. That movie was a huge smash in my country. Sonic's a good one too. Steve, good. Yeah, you good use of that sentence, using that sentence again. GTA, Grand Theft Auto, those are fun. A big smash. Her Heartful Words had a huge smash. We usually use huge hit or huge smash with things like movies or a video game or an album, a song, something in the realm of entertainment, something from entertainment can be a huge smash, a huge hit. It's got to do numbers. It's got to pull in money. And then we can call it a huge smash, a huge hit. Everybody sees it. Everybody likes it. I guess we have the Guy Fawkes mask in the background. I don't remember V for Vendetta being a huge smash or a huge hit. I'm trying to think what movie was a huge smash or a huge hit. Oh yeah, The Last Guardian game looks good. Is that out already? Did that come out finally? World of Warcraft, Call of Duty. Yeah, I've never played World of Warcraft. I've never played WoW. Let's go to the next one. ADHD. ADHD. It's a noun. ADHD is a growing problem for boys in Western society. It stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. Hopefully I got that right. ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. I'll put that in the chat. Deficit. Now I have to. Is that not right? Did I spell it? Hyper. It is an acronym. Good. Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. This is where people, it's not just children, if you have it, you can grow up to an adult to have it. It's where you have a problem focusing or paying attention to something. Your brain is constantly reacting to stimulus, so it's hard to focus or pay attention. And these children also exhibit a high amount of energy. So not only are they having difficulties focusing, they're also very, very active. So these children, for their parents have problems controlling them and taking care of them. Usually drugs are prescribed for children with ADHD. ADHD. A smash. Yeah, Rosa, we use smash in tennis as well. A huge smash. That's just a big overhand hit. A huge smash. Yeah, Ollie, so this is an upper intermediate class. If you are a student watching this, or if you're a student who subscribes to this, that would put you in the upper intermediate level. Tomb Raider was a good one. Still, the games keep coming in. King Fighter, the King of Fighters. I preferred Street Fighter. That was my favorite fighting game. Okay. Good practicing, Steve. Keep practicing your typing. Next word. Applicable. Applicable. Adjective. This rule is not very applicable to you. It does not apply. It is not relevant. You can ignore it. But applicable means it does apply. It does apply. It's important. So if you say not very applicable, means does not concern you, is not about you. Applicable. Applicable. Try saying that at home. Even if you're surrounded by people, just say that out loud right now. Applicable. Nitesh, you say you have ADHD. A lot of people have ADHD. It's a common disorder, and it's very serious. So I hope you are getting help with your ADHD. Applicable. Does it apply? Is it relevant? Does it make sense? Next word, arcade. Playing a video game used to cost 25 cents in an arcade, and then in the background you can see an arcade. That's what an arcade looks like. You've probably all seen one before, even though they're not as common as they once were. This is how I used to play video games as a kid. I would get a pocket full of quarters, 25 cents, and go and play a bunch of arcade games. It's how I would spend an afternoon a lot of the times. Full form of ADHD again is attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I'll type it in the notes one more time. Yeah, going back here, applicable. Oh, let's see if we can go back. Applicable is an adjective. Applicable is an adjective. This form is not applicable, therefore I won't sign it. This lesson is applicable to your English. You need to know these words. Therefore, these vocabulary words are applicable to you as English language learners. Yeah, apply, applicable. What is the verb? Apply. Yeah, apply. It looks like you guys, I don't know why I even bother. It looks like you guys are answering all the questions already. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that, by the way. Okay, arcade. Yeah, you know arcade. This is an arcade. Look at the picture. The picture says it all. A picture's worth 1,000 words. That is an arcade. Be banned, and this is an adjective, like is banned, are banned, will be banned. This game is banned in my country because it is so violent. I believe somebody wrote GTA in the comment section. Grand Theft Auto is banned in some countries because it is violent. It's so violent. It's violent and antisocial and is full of drug references. So it's not surprising that Grand Theft Auto is banned in many countries. No one here is banned, not so far at least. Yeah, prohibited, taboo. Yeah, banned, banned, B-A-N-N-E-D. And here we're using it as an adjective. The verb would be ban, just B-A-N. That's also a noun, ban, B-A-N. It's a very common word. This is a good one to know. If you don't know this one or you aren't using it right now, this is a good one. It's a legal restriction, a legal prohibition, a ban. It's banned. Right now in America, you may have heard there is a travel ban. There is a travel ban, an executive order that has created a travel ban, which has in turn created a lot of problems. Yes, there, yeah, Leo, you were thinking the same thing. The travel ban, yeah. Yes, smoking is banned in a movie theater. Smoking is banned in movie theaters. Please don't smoke in the movie theater. Vivek, you're using it very poetically. She banned my smile. That's more of a poetic use. One person cannot ban you from doing something. Maybe your parents. We could say your parents do. Is it passive voice? Kind of. It is passive voice. This game is banned by the government, or this game is banned by the parental board. So yeah, it is kind of passive. We use it as an adjective because here it's describing the game. But yeah, passive, that's good. It's good recognition of the passive grammar, of passive form. Saleh, this is upper intermediate. This is upper intermediate vocabulary. Okay, so this is a little different than ban. This is be expelled. And here we're also using it like a little adjective phrase. The students were expelled as they had committed a serious crime. And here you see the very strict teacher, the very stern teacher expelling the students. This is what happens when students are bad. They are expelled. They're kicked out. They have to leave. The students were expelled as they had committed a serious crime. Yes, committing a crime is a good reason to expel a student. So, yeah, that's a good, that's a good sentence. Ahmed was banned from the GTA online server. Yeah, if you're not polite, if you're not very nice in a video game, you will be banned from the servers. Nitesh, you were expelled when you were in 4th grade? That's a little early to be expelled. You must have done something very, very serious. I don't know if we can say the king was expelled, because there's really nobody higher than the king to expel him. The king was dethroned. A throne is the chair that a king sits on. So if something happens forcefully, and it has to happen forcefully, we say the king was dethroned. Okay, let's go to the next one. Be suspended. Be suspended. So we had be banned, be expelled. This is be suspended, adjective. She was suspended from school due to her poor behavior. So suspended is you have to leave school for a while and you can't come back for some duration of time, like a week, 2 weeks, a month, a quarter, a semester. You are suspended. You are no longer a student for some period of time. This girl is very young. I don't know what she did to get suspended. Must have been very, very poor behavior. Vivek, again, very poetic uses of suspended and expelled. All very personal. All very personal. The king was dethroned and then expelled. Is this okay? Yeah, I guess so. If he was dethroned, then he'd just be a normal person. In America, we only use expel and suspended like that. Well, not suspended. We only use expelled in school. Suspended happens a lot. Actually, you hear this phrase in sports a lot. If an athlete gets caught doing something wrong, they can get suspended from the team. They can get suspended from the league. Hi, Gabrielle. Jahan, can we use due to for a long time? Due to. She was suspended from school due to. Due to is like the reason why. The reason why. She was suspended from school due to hitting another student. Now let's look at another one. Bit. B. I don't know why there's a letter B afterwards. Bit, noun. Maybe definition B. Memory used to be measured in bits. Now it is measured in gigabytes. Gigabytes. So before we had things like gigabytes or terabytes, we had bits. We called them bits. That's why in, I don't know if you remember the first Nintendo console system, the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. We called it an 8-bit system, an 8-bit game system, because that's what it used. That's the memory it had available to render the graphics. 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits, 64 bits. Some of you may remember the N64 as 64 bits. So the bits kept on increasing. But now we have huge amounts of memory. Gigabytes, terabytes, things like that. Bit. Cabinet, noun, cabinet, noun. Old video games used to be played in arcades on machines inside large cabinets. If you look at the picture in the background, that's a cabinet. That's a filing cabinet where you put files. And here are all the files there. You can see all the files right here. Oh, then my hand disappears. So this is a filing cabinet. Cabinet, remember when we saw the picture of the arcade? There it is. These were called cabinets. These are arcade cabinets or game cabinets. So it's some kind of wooden or metal structure that can hold something else. A wooden or metal structure that can hold something else is a cabinet. Cabinet. Nope, we don't use cabinet to mean water closet. The cabinet is not the bathroom. Vivek, you're on point with the poetry this morning. My heart's cabinet has gone empty with sadness. I'm sorry. Aaron, I don't know the bits between the bits. I don't know that one. Oh yeah, you can have it in government too. A parliament cabinet, and that would just be a parliament cabinet would be a group of people. They're not really held by a wooden or metal structure, or they might be. They might sit like on some kind of bench. That would just be a group of people. Zayad, you're wondering the difference between various and varied. Various is a lot of different kinds. Varied, same thing. But varied makes it sound like there are a lot of different kinds or choices on purpose. Somebody designed it that way. Somebody meant for there to be a lot of choices. Various maybe happens naturally. Varied happens by design, if that makes any sense. Kitchen cabinet. Your kitchen has cabinets to hold plates and glasses and bowls. That's where you put all your stuff, maybe even your food, your dry food, in the cabinets. Yeah, the bathroom cabinet has first aids, toilet paper, towels, cabinets. Commotion, commotion. Commotion. What is all the commotion? Why are you making so much noise? And here you see this little kid, and he's trying to cover his ears. Commotion is a lot of activity, and it produces a lot of sound. So commotion is you hear a lot of noise, like some kind of busyness or out of control activity creates noise. Commotion. What's all that commotion? It's a lot of sound, a lot of sound. Like if you're playing a video game and you turn the volume way up while you're playing and you're just blasting it through your speakers and your subwoofer, you would create a lot of commotion. Commotion. Yeah, commotion. That's right. A lot of noise, a lot of noise, a lot of action, activity. Nobody wants to hear a commotion. Maybe some kind of commotion outside woke you up. Sometimes you can be woken up by commotion. I know as a teacher, anytime I leave the classroom, I instantly hear a lot of commotion from my classroom. It's like as soon as I'm gone, they feel like they can all start talking at once, and they think I cannot hear like 5 feet behind me. My students create a lot of commotion every time I leave the classroom. Commotion. Yeah, high degree of noise. Like a disaster, yeah, you could say a car accident is a commotion if you can hear it happen in real time. Commotion, commotion. So it can be disastrous. A flood or a tornado or a hurricane creates a lot of commotion. Console, noun. I own 2 video game consoles, an Xbox and a Nintendo Wii. Console. The next Nintendo console, the Switch, will come out soon. Console. Anything you buy and hook up to your TV or a monitor, specifically to play video games, is called a console. In the back you see the PlayStation 3. You can tell this is old, right? We're on PlayStation 4 now, and what was after the Wii? The Nintendo, I can't remember what it was called. And then Xbox, it's on Xbox One now. And soon the Nintendo Switch will come out, and these are all consoles. The machine that you plug into your TV and you play games on is your console. Gabriel, you have a lot of console-addicted people where you're from. Yeah, video games can be highly addictive. They can be highly addictive. Commotion, usually nobody likes to hear a commotion. Does it have a bad meaning? Not necessarily. It can just mean a lot of noise. But usually people don't like to hear a lot of noise. Commotion might indicate a surprising amount of noise. It's not necessarily negative. It's just so much noise you can't help but to notice it. Hey, good morning, Fruit Queen. You made it. You made it. We're just talking vocabulary of gaming. Vivek, that's a different meaning of console. It's console. Vivek writes, today no one is going to console me. Maybe her presence does. That's a good meaning of the verb console. Very different than the noun console. Console, console. Coordination. Noun. He has amazing hand-eye coordination. Coordination, and we use it with hand-eye, the strange hyphened word here, hand-eye, meaning it basically means you can make your body do what you want it to do by seeing something. You have a quick reaction time. And we use this in gaming. To be a good gamer, you have to have good hand-eye coordination. You have to react to what's happening on the screen. If you're playing with other players from around the world, you have to react to what they're doing. You have to react to what they're doing. So you need coordination. Good hand-eye coordination. Your mind and your body are linked. Your mind and your body can work together. You have coordination. Shubham, in today's match, there's good coordination among team members. Yeah, like that. Fast reaction, that's another, that would be a very good synonym, Melinda. A fast reaction. I've lost my leg coordination after a car accident. Yuri, that would be good. Let's see. Yeah, you could tell somebody, I do not have any coordination with you. Yeah, it's like a match. It's working together well. In one person, we call it hand-eye coordination. It basically means your mind and your body are one, can act as one, can act together, can work together. Oh. Ta-da! Do-do-do! There's a king's crown. Okay, how about next word? I don't know what that was. Maybe I unlocked an achievement. I don't know what that last one was. Culmination, noun. The culmination of all your hard work is that you have finally graduated from university. Culmination is when you collect and gather everything at the end, and there is usually some result after a culmination. So what is the sum? Maybe that's a good synonym. What is the sum of all your hard work? The culmination of working so hard through elementary, middle school, high school is that you'll get to go to university. You'll graduate and go to university. That's the culmination. That's what happens after all that time. And in the background, you can see a culmination of leaves in the fall. The culmination is you bring all the leaves together and you make a big pile. Nora, you wish there was coordination between your heart and your mind. That's often a difficult coordination to make sometimes. Sometimes the mind is very logical and the heart is very emotional, and they can be at odds. They can fight with each other. So good luck with that. Culmination, yeah, climax, sum, results. Nitesh, the culmination of my work today is nothing? Oh, come on. Hopefully the culmination of today's class will be that you have some more vocabulary. The culmination of my nerves was yesterday during my job in the hospital. Yeah, Dawood, if you work at a hospital, I think a lot of nervous energy can culminate. You'll have a culmination of nerves. That's a good creative use. Let's look at the next one. Cure. You probably know this one. It's a very common word. Cure is a noun. Of course, it can also be a verb. Currently, there is no cure for the common cold. There is no remedy. There is no solution. There is no cure for the common cold. And I guess that's true. There is no cure for the common cold. You just take medicine to relieve the pain, to relieve the pressure, and that's all you can do. Just wait for it to leave. Wait for your body to naturally fight it off. There is no cure for the common cold. Curriculum, noun. The school's curriculum is entirely digital. And you can see the Smrt curriculum in the background there. Curriculum is a collection of lessons. A collection of lessons for school. So curriculum, yeah, all the lessons, all the exercises put together is the curriculum. Curriculum. And Gabriel, you thought of Cure as in the band. Yeah, they're still touring. The Cure is still touring. They still exist, and they're still going around playing their music for a long time now, right? Like for 30, 35 years. Crazy. Yuri, the culmination of this lesson is buying the premium member account. Yeah, everything. So if you feel you need more, the culmination might be you want to become a premium member. What is the curriculum for this semester? Well, I can only say the curriculum for this lesson is vocabulary. But we'll stick to this unit on gaming for the next 4 weeks, and we'll do a reading and a writing and a grammar, all based on this unit. Do curriculum and syllabus have the same meaning? That's a great question, Nora. Nora, that's an awesome question. Do curriculum and syllabus have the same meaning? No. A syllabus is like an outline of the class. It might include a calendar, the rules for class, everything that will be done in the class, but it's not specifically the lessons and the exercise. It's almost like an introduction to the class. Oftentimes, the syllabus and the curriculum are presented together. They can be presented together. But I think of syllabus as more of an introduction, maybe a quick description of what the class is, the class rules, contact information for the teacher, and an overview of the class, meaning maybe a calendar of major assignments, and then the final day or the day of the final test. So it's more of an outline. I would think of a syllabus as an outline and a summary of the class, and the curriculum is the actual lessons and exercises. So a bit of a difference. Debut, noun. The musician made his debut on national television. The musician made his debut on national television. It's the first introduction to the public. I know what game was it? I think was it Resident Evil 7 debuted 2 weeks ago. It's when something is introduced to the public. Debut. The first time somebody or something makes an appearance. It is their debut. And notice the way I'm saying that. Don't say it debut. Say it debut. Hassan, your school also has digital curriculum. That's becoming more and more common these days. That school has digital curriculum. I think in the future, maybe all schools will have digital curriculum. How to say this name, Zayed? Ibrahimovic's first debut in Manchester United was in June 2015. Abramovich's first debut in Manchester United was in June 2015. Yeah, first appearance. The T is silent. I'm going to guess this is a French word. This is a loan word from the French. We take a lot of words in English from other languages, and oftentimes we keep their pronunciation rules. So debut. Yeah, the first introduction, the first appearance in public, debut. Okay, let's look next. Destiny, noun. It was our destiny to meet in this class. I don't know why we have Obama there. He was never in, I don't think of him as being in class. I'm sure he was a student at one time. Maybe it was Obama's destiny to become president. Destiny is when you feel like fate has something in store for you. This is your future, and whatever you do, you cannot change this future. It is your destiny. A lot of people who fall in love and get married feel it's like their destiny to do so. They are destined, and I'm using it as a verb now, they are destined to meet, fall in love, and get married. It is their destiny. What is your predetermined future? Destiny. Vivek says, I don't think I have the destiny to see her again. You don't feel like you'll see her again in the future. It is our destiny to end up learning English with Neal. If you feel like you cannot avoid it, next Monday you will be here, then it is your destiny. That it is your destiny. Yes, good Leo, the destiny of Luke was to one day become a Jedi, and he did become a Jedi. It was Luke's destiny to become a Jedi and make Darth Vader, his father, turn back to the light side, his destiny. Dawood, your destiny is to have a family and get a good job? Yes. Yeah, that's good, Kavita. It's a plan we cannot predict. It's the future we cannot avoid. Aaron, your destiny is to be a well-known person in the fashion world. Well, you can. You can, if you feel it's your destiny, you can help make that destiny happen. Nobody writes your destiny. Maybe we don't know. Yes, Aaron will have a smash debut. Good, Nitesh, good use of the word smash and debut. Aaron will have a smash debut when he becomes famous in the fashion world. I know you're just practicing. I know not all of these examples are true to life. Good practice. Dimension, noun. Old video games were only 2-dimensional. Now they are 3-dimensional. And that's true. They used to be 2-dimensional, flat. But now they're 3-dimensional. You can go anywhere. You can go forward, back, up, down, towards the camera, away from the camera. They are 3-dimensional. They are rendered in 3 dimensions, just like this clay vase in the background. It has been sculpted in 3 dimensions. 2 dimensions just flat, like a sheet of paper. Rosa, it was your destiny to get married at the age of 16. That's very early. That's very early to get married. Some people believe that your destiny was already made by fate or by God. Some people believe you have to make your own destiny. But maybe you yourself best know, or maybe you yourself can best predict your own destiny. You know your own life path. What is your destiny? Yeah, nowadays, that's good mentioning it. Nowadays, we have 3D printers. We have 3D printers. So you can print a 3D model. You can print something like this in the picture in the background. You can print something like this at home out of plastic. Vivek, your love has no dimension, 2-dimensional love. That's not very good. I wouldn't say that to many people. Disability, noun. This parking spot is reserved for people who have physical disabilities. And this is unfortunate because I think the sentence is covering up. He has legs. He has cybernetic or robotic legs. He has metal legs. This parking spot is reserved for people who have physical disabilities. And boy, I hope that isn't Oscar Pistorius. That would also be unfortunate. Some people, a disability, we would say, is where you are, where other people were, quote unquote, the majority of people have an ability to do something due to something that happened at birth or later life in an accident. You don't share that same ability, and so you do something else instead. And now there are cybernetics. You can get cybernetic legs or cybernetic arms. You can get replacement body parts. And for disabled people, this enables them again to do something. I was just thinking that myself, Bergvolk. Is disable offensive? I would say yeah. I mean, it's looking at people who, it's definitely pushing people to the side. It's a term that, and it's assuming what ability is and disability is. I think it makes a lot of assumptions about people. I try to avoid, even though it's very difficult, I try to avoid using this word. And it is applied to people. I don't think we use it anywhere else except on people. It's not very nice. And I'm going to use the word again, but people with a disability often find a way to still function just like everybody else, somebody who would normally have that ability. So it's bad to think of people with a disability as being disabled. They really are not. They really are not. Diari actually, handicap is also, I think handicap, at least in America, is considered even worse than disabled. Physically impaired, that's softer language. That might be better. No, not that one. I think just calling them people, and I know we need a name for them because they do require assistance and help, and they can actually receive government assistance and help, which they need. It should also be recognized that they are different in some way. However, maybe there's no good word. We just don't have a good word and language to talk about people like that. I think in your day-to-day lives, personally, just get to know everybody by their first name and just call them that. That's the easiest way to do things. Enthusiastic. Yes, Aaron, when we say disability, we do mean a handicapped person. It is the same thing. Yeah, they're just people. Everybody's just people. It's weird how many words we have to designate some people as being different from other people. Perhaps we have too much language to explain the differences between people and not enough language to explain the similarities between people. Okay, let's get back to the vocabulary. Enthusiastic, adjective. The students were not very enthusiastic about the news of the test. However, these young people in the background look very enthusiastic. Enthusiastic is happy, excited, a lot of energy. And this little girl looks very, very enthusiastic at this picnic. But of course, when you're in class and the teacher says there's a test, often students are not very enthusiastic about that news. Nitesh, I'm glad you're very enthusiastic to learn English. Yeah, zealous. A lot of energy, excitement. Enthusiasm, which would be the noun. If you have enthusiasm, then you are enthusiastic. Oh, I'm glad, Leo. I'm glad you are enthusiastic to be my students. I am enthusiastic to have you as students. Oh, yeah, let's try it. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're surrounded by people right now or not. Let's practice this word. Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. Go ahead and say it out loud. Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. It's fun to say. I like that word. Enthusiastic. Let's see. Am I enthusiastic in class? Usually I'm pretty neutral. I'm not excited, I'm not disappointed, but if there's a topic that really excites me, then I'll get enthusiastic. And you see the little girl in the background, she looks very enthusiastic. Fundamental adjective. There was a fundamental change in the way video games were designed when 3D became popular. There was a fundamental change in the way video games were designed when 3D became popular. Fundamental is basic, foundation, the start. Fundamental. So before, you didn't hear much about game engines, or so I think now that they're 3D graphics, you hear things like words like game engine. What game engine does it use to render the graphics? So there was a fundamental change when video games became 3D. There was just a different way to make them, and the graphics started differently at that point. Fundamental is the base, the very basic, the most basic. We talk about, in sports, we talk about the fundamentals. So the fundamentals of basketball, for example, would be knowing how to dribble the ball, knowing when to pass the ball, knowing how to shoot the ball. The basic skills required are the fundamentals, the basics of anything are the fundamentals. If you have the basic skills, you have the fundamental. So it's not about the change, it's about the most basic, the very beginning skills, the very beginning aspects that you need to know. Fundamental. There's this common expression that we say reading is fundamental. It's a saying we use to stress again how important reading is. To learning anything, to become a student, a scholar, to know anything about the world, reading is fundamental. It's the basis, it's the basic, it's the beginning to learn more information in the future. Essential, good. Melinda, that's good. Fundamental is essential. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss a question? Vivek? Maybe if it's from you, Vivek, maybe it's good I missed the question. You want to try to answer? You want to try to ask it again? There's only a couple more minutes. Try to ask it again, and I might get to it. Well, just don't cry about it. Actually, try to ask it again. Important, good. Fundamental is important, essential, basic. Okay, geek, noun, geek. You are such a geek. You never go outside. A geek is a nerd. A geek is somebody who doesn't have strong social skills, but might be smart in some area, or likes to play video games a lot. Here we see this geek with Google glasses with a camera built in. So he constantly has a computer display. We call that a geek. Yeah, a nerd. Somebody who doesn't have great social skills, but enjoys a hobby, is very enthusiastic about their hobbies. And we think of geeks as staying inside a lot. They don't go to a lot of parties. However, now that video games are very social, you play with other people online, geeks aren't antisocial. They just might not interact with a lot of people in real life, but they interact with hundreds, maybe even thousands of players online. Yeah, geeky people love technology. They always want the newest tech, the newest gear. They're really into it. Okay. I'm going to give you one more word. Genre. Genre. Noun. Actually, I never really play games of that genre. I prefer sports games. And here we have Stallone as Rambo in the background. That movie is action. That's the genre of the movie. It's an action movie. Genre games might be first-person shooter, puzzle, RPG, JRPG. That would be the genre. Genre. The type. The category. All right. And that kind of brings me to the end. That's the end of our lesson today. So maybe one more time, I'm going to share the class notes. There's the class notes again. If you open these class notes, you can see all of the vocabulary words. And yes, Leo, you probably do enjoy the way I say genre. Genre, kind of. It's another French loan word that we use. It just means type or category. And we can't say it correctly. We're probably killing that one. Okay. Well, it's been my pleasure. Follow those links to see the rest of the vocabulary. Please study them. Next week, I believe it's a reading. We'll do a reading. Okay. Everybody have a fantastic time. Have a fantastic week. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you soon. And now stay tuned for a few messages, or a short message, just one, not messages, just one, a short message from Sean.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want the full experience of being a student in a Smrt Live class with things like homework and teacher feedback, follow the link and become a premium subscriber. Also, if you want to see more videos from this class, check out our playlist.